Hi there, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Blue Couch Conversations. Today we have special guest Boone from Boone and Stacie. How are you?
Great, how are you doing, TJ?
Good, good. Please have a seat.
Thank
Make
you.
yourself comfy. So, tell me about Boone and Stacie weddings. Who's Stacie? What are the weddings? How'd you even get started?
I'll start
Throw
with
it all at
Stacie.
me.
So Stacie is my better half.
Okay.
She couldn't be here today 'cause she just got back from a long vacation over in Ireland and Scotland.
Oh, how rough.
So she's got a lot of jet lag. I feel so
course.
bad for her. She has been shooting with me back since I started the business in 2011. We started the business because we decided that we wanted something different for our future. A lot of times growing up, my dad wasn't there because he was working to provide for the family, but he missed just crucial things with the kids just because he couldn't be there for them. So we decided that it'd be a good time to try something new, to start the business, and to just have a better situation for our family. So
Good. So what is your background? Has it always been photography? How did the snowball begin?
not exactly. So we start. Do you want the long story or the short story?
Like the middle version.
Okay, the middle version. Okay. So the middle version would be I started in concrete block manufacturing, was an administrative manager for a concrete block manufacturing plant down in Mettler. That's what originally moved Stacie and I up to Bakersfield.
Okay.
And I went snowboarding with a friend. He handed me his digital SLR, and as he went off a jump, he just said, hold the shutter down and take a bunch of frames of me as I go off this jump. And so I decided to do that, and that night I went home and bought a camera.
The passion was born.
The passion was born.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, in all of these years of experience, because you said 7 years, so
7 years full time with the photography business.
there we go.
Yeah.
So, in that time, have you ever worked with Fairy Godmother?
Yes.
And
Multiple times.
What is your experience?
We've been very fortunate. I've told many a brides this. We've had the opportunity to work with the Planter of the Stars down at the Langham, Pasadena, down in Pasadena, and we've worked with LVL Weddings and Events down in Orange County. We've got to work with tons of planners across California and even in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, and Italy. We've been very fortunate to work all over the place with many planners. And hands down, without a doubt, I can say that Fairy Godmother has been the best to work with. Not just the best to work with, but for us, but for their bride, obviously. Definitely always cheering for their bride, always making it a very comfortable environment, and very gracious to them always. So, yeah.
Very nice. So, Boone, there are hundreds of photographers in this town. What sets Boone and Stacie weddings apart from anybody else? Why does Fairy Godmother use you so much? Why are you so popular?
Thanks, TJ. It's a great question. Stacie and I have been through a lot in our 13 years of marriage, and that's kind of influenced the way that we connect with our couples, that we work with our couples. We definitely feel like we were created to be relational beings, and so we want to share those relationships with others. We've worked weddings at the Langham, Pasadena, like I had mentioned earlier, with budgets over 6 figures, and we've worked weddings that are in backyards with budgets under 10,000. And our goal in all of that is to make the couple feel special, to make them feel comfortable with us. And I think that's the added element of having a husband and wife team, is you get the guy's perspective from me. I get to be with the groomsmen ahead of time. We get to be making jokes that are sometimes inappropriate, sometimes not. And then Stacie's with the bride, making her feel special, making her feel beautiful that day. And she really gets to connect with her through the day. You have both of our perspective behind the lens as well. And so we're just thankful to be able to do what we do together. I was thinking about it today. I was driving over here and I heard the song "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran. I don't know if you're familiar with that song.
A little bit.
That was Logan and Brookie's wedding this past March. We got to shoot a wedding, and she was a Fairy Godmother bride as well. And that was their first dance song. And so things like that come up, and it takes me right back to the moment of where we're shooting those pictures, and he's singing to her as they're out on the dance floor. Dancing together, and it just warms our heart. So we enjoy doing what we do.
Good, well, that's a good thing. So what is the best advice you can give to your clients when they come in, whether it's at the beginning of you guys like meeting or at the very end when you're giving them their photos? What is your best piece?
I think the biggest thing that we try and emphasize with our couples is that we're there from start to finish with them, as a resource for them. We want to be available at any time via phone call. Love to talk on the phone, or email or text. We love to connect on Facebook. But let us be a resource. Things are going to come up. Questions are going to rise. It's going to be about other vendors. It's going to be about venues in town that can hold the amount of guests you guys are going to have. Could be about different planners in the area. We try and be a resource all the way along for our couples, and so that's the biggest thing with us.
That's important.
Yeah, definitely.
So, in all of your years of photography, has
Yeah.
there ever been a catastrophe that you have to just fight or flight on the spot? You got to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know if I could single out one specific instance. I don't think there's necessarily been a catastrophe with us.
Okay.
But I think the one thing that we've run into as photographers, and I know other photographers can relate, is you have an engagement session, at the Hollywood Bowl, and if you didn't do your planning ahead of time and check it out, there may be something scheduled on the night that you're supposed to shoot your engagement session. So it's always better to plan ahead, have a plan B.
Okay.
We've run into situations before where our couples have wanted to take pictures at the church ahead of time and didn't realize that a baptism was scheduled before their ceremony, and so we had to go to a plan B location. But through scouting, through experience with the different locations, and through the years that we've put into our photography business here, we've always got a plan B with our brides.
That's amazing. That's two sets of blame.
Yeah, definitely.
Works out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Boone, for joining us on the Blue Couch.
Thank you for having us, TJ. We
Of course.
loved being here.
And thank you guys for watching the Blue Couch Conversations. We'll check you next week, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Darling, I love you. You say goodbye. Away you fly. But on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this.